personality.
Mr. Shakkeer Hussain.
He is our Vice Principal of Al Sabah Indian Private School and a good chemistry and a mathematics teacher.
And he is a great writer and he published a book.
A for Atoms, The Ghost of P SOMASUNDHARAM. So it was released at the Sharjah International Book Fair.
No, more about him and his book.
Let us meet Mr. Shakkeer Hussain.
Welcome. Hi.
Good afternoon, sir, and welcome to our channel.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. So, first question.
Where did the name of the book derive?
That was a very good question. You can see this A for Atom is the name of the series of books. That means this is the first book in the series A for Atom. And the name of this book is The Ghost of P SOMASUNDHARAM. Okay. So why A for Atom? We have heard, we have listened A for Apple, correct? But when we come to atom, that is the main term which we use in chemistry, physics, science, correct? So we went for that, and A for atom means we will get, the audience, the readers will get connected easily. A for apple, A for atom. So whenever we put a name, it should be catchy. That's it. The same way Lisha's is very good catchy name. Okay. Then next, this book name, it is The Ghost of P SOMASUNDHARAM. The Ghost of P SOMASUNDHARAM is a story, a suspense thriller, where a ghost is there and a detective is there and they are proving something. That is a story about a mystery, a suspense thriller. So through that story, we are getting into the chemistry. So that is why we gave that of this book. From that, we are getting into subject matter, financial skills, so many lot of things that we will discuss later. So that is why we gave the name The Ghost of P SOMASUNDHARAM.
So, from where you got the inspiration to write this book?
See, exactly inspiration, it is my students. Okay. Why my students, I will tell you. Chemistry for my students, when I started teaching, it was a dull subject. Maybe you will be coming to know later. Maybe your parents or your people, those who have faced that, if you ask, they will say, chemistry teacher comes and writes some chemical formulas. We are not understanding. For them, it is like something from Mars and Jupiter. It is not related to Earth. Okay. So what I started thinking, how can I make my classroom interesting? So when I thought how to make stories is a very important or a great tool to get into the student's mind. So I started creating stories. So this story and all I made before, I think 10 years. So it was there to teach allotropy. What the idea? So these stories were there with me. And what happened when one of my friend who is a director, film director, he saw this story, he read this story, he said, let us go, let us take a film on this because ghost is there, it's a thriller. Fine, we started discussions, they made the trailer also. So after that, when we started, when this trailer really got released, and when I discussed with one of my friend and manager of our school, Mr. Hakim Kolopal, he said, he just said me, see, that will have only life for 1 month or 2 months or 1 year. So why can't you go for a book so that it will be for the future generation? I thought, yes, that's a good suggestion. So first I thought we will concentrate on the book, then later we get into the film. So that is how, the inspiration or the motivation where I got to write, and simply speaking, from the students. That's it.
What is the message you're trying to convey through this book?
So message exactly, this is an educational oriented subject, educational oriented book. So here the audience will study, learn or read the story from which they get chemistry. That's it, as simple as that. So the message is that, another one very important message is that this book deals with financial skill. Nowadays, all the institutions or at home or anywhere, the parents or teachers, they are not concentrating in financial skill. They are giving professional skill, they are giving scholastic skill, but no financial skill. Financial skill means, according to me, by reaching 10th standard or before that itself, the child should get an idea, what is my area where I will earn money, or I will get a job, or I will start my business, that idea a child should get when he or she reaches minimum at the 10th standard. That is very important because after 10th standard, you are selecting. I should go for science stream, or I should go for commerce stream, or I should go for humanities stream. So when you get into that stream, then you can't come back. So financial skill means in this book, after this story, after learning this particular subject, in that subject, which jobs are there in this world, that is said. For example, after your plus 2, when a child completes or a student completes his higher secondary plus 2, and when he is studying for degree graduation, when he is doing graduation, that time itself that student can earn money, lakhs of money. But there is one job called co-op. Got the idea? So that ideas are given here, so the children will get an idea about financial skill. So not only job, main thing is that can I become an entrepreneur? Yes, of course. By reading this book, you will get 2 or 3 areas which you can even start a business even you are studying in 8th standard. So that insight also, it is given there in this book. So that is what, normally what happens, the teachers ask in the class, see, what do you want to become? The child says, I want to become an engineer, I want to become a doctor. That's it. There is no other discussion. How to become, where to go, or detailed discussion is not there. So according to me, it should happen in the class. In each subject, in each period, the teacher should, give a children an idea by learning this, what job I can get or what business I can start. So it will be there in the mind, the learning will become easy. So this is also another very important thing what this book deals with, because I think all the students, they should get an idea about financial skill, how to deal with money. That is very important, that they should get from school and from home. That's it.
So next question. What is this story based on?
Story. So that story based on, if I tell, the suspense will what the idea. So I will tell you an introduction. That means, there was a house which is there in the woods, and there lived one person called Somasundaram. You know the name, the ghost of P SOMASUNDHARAM. He is dying, and when he dies, after 2 or 3 days, his daughter-in-law gets haunted. That she says, I saw my father-in-law, the ghost of father-in-law. Then she got haunted, and the husband Rahul and his family members are trying to take her to different activities which is not correct, or and Rahul, he is little bit scientific and he is trying to find out what is the scientific reason. So in that way, he is meeting Senior Hussain, the chemical detective, and he comes and find out what did she saw. Not only Savitri Tamburati, the daughter-in-law of Somasundaram, even Rahul and even the other people at the home, they saw the ghost. But what is that? Is that the ghost? What to do? And this particular issue is solved, and it is scientific. And what is the reason behind that? That is the story about. And if I say based on, gone. That is what I didn't say. So that is the suspense.
I think there was a great family support over this book. So how was the family supporting about?
See, family support, I will tell you, my parents are not that much educated, but they tried their level best to give the education. Got the idea. So they gave me the education by struggling hard. I can't explain to you how they struggled. That is another one matter is there to write another story. So that is the main support what I got from my parents. Because of the education what they have given me, I have written this book. And second thing, because of the subject and my students. So when I say family is everything. That was a support. So because of that, I wrote this. And of course, my wife, she has supported a lot to write this one, for traveling, for research, and all these matters. She has supported a lot. Of course, they support a lot.
The next question is, what was the experience when you published this book on the book fair?
See, it was an amazing experience. Amazing experience means, as a maiden writer, the first book, I got a chance to publish at 38th Sharjah International Book Fair, which is the third largest book fair in the world. And they have given us such a big hall and situation for an author. So it was a great stage, first of all. Second, book launch in Sharjah International Book Fair. It happened in Writers Forum Hall 7. My old students, my colleagues, my students, now those who are studying in my school, like you, Jennifer and Janice, students came, and my people from my village, my friend circle. The seat was 120 seat and more than 300 people were there. The hall was full, which I didn't expect. And not only that, as a maiden writer, a first author, after the program when I came out, everyone were buying the book and they made me sign. First time, yes, of course in school I give autograph to my children, but in a program, in my first maiden book, I was giving autograph, and I don't know, I was in the seventh heaven. It's a great thing. My students, my friends, my colleagues, I thank everyone, sincere gratitude to everyone. Thank you very much. Then next, I told you, the main support was my family, my wife, my father, mother, my brother. My brother is the sponsor of this book. He didn't allow me to do anything for my all journeys, everything. He was the person, he was adamant about that. He will take that, a financial area of my research and all these things. So it was a great experience. So my family was there, especially my father and mother who struggled and gave me education. They were there. They came from India just for this program. It was another one great moment for me, and I know my mother was there. She was crying. Some of my colleagues said that when this program was going on, tears was getting out of her eyes. And the third thing, and the very important thing, one more luck. The luck is, the same day, November 7th, when my book was launched, when our book was launched, the Sharjah Book Authority and Sharjah International Book Fair, they were trying for a Guinness World Record, and they selected my book also, and they registered, and I was sitting as a, invitee of Sharjah Book Authority, and on the table, I was signing the book and giving to the people, and I was part of that Guinness World Record, and I think I can keep my name as hereafter Guinness Shakkeer Hussain. So thank you for that, Sharjah Book Authority, Sharjah International Book Fair, especially the lover of book, our own Sheikh Sultan. Thank you very much.
What will be your expectation of audience in this book? Like which age and what kind of audience you will be?
Yes, very good question. This book is for a 5th standard child to anyone. The reasons I will tell you. The reason is that I told you, by 10th standard itself, a child should get an idea of what business I should start, or what entrepreneur I should be, or which job I will be. I want, which job I will wish to be, wish to do, or I like to do. So this book is giving that one. Then coming to the higher secondary, graduation, post-graduation children, in detail explanation of the subject matter is given, which is not there in that areas, in another angle of entrepreneurship or job oriented. Then coming to the people, those who are working, for them medical field related matters are given here. Even this book deals with diabetics, and then how this particular subject matter is used in wars, how we can do some magic with this, how it is affecting our real life. I will tell one very important thing in that. In our human body, 750 gram of phosphorus is there. This is one clue what I am giving, like that informations are there which affects our daily life and which deals with our real life experiences. Next very thing, the children, those who are going for examinations or board exam oriented children or competitive exam, for them also this book will be very good, because it deals with educational subject. More than that, it breaks the misconceptions. For example, when we ask one person, what is your weight? The person says 60 kilogram or 70 kilogram, which is wrong. Exactly, the unit of weight is not kilogram. The unit of weight is mass. The unit of weight is Newton. So like this, some misconceptions are there in our, in our surroundings. Everyone use this mistake. So like that mistakes also we are dealing with that. So everyone, I think hereafter, whoever telling what is your weight, don't tell it is 60 kilogram, tell 60 Newton. So that is very important. So not only that, later when getting to this book is opening another one more chance. The person who is reading this book, that person is getting a free chance to register in our team, that means A4 Atom team, and they will get free guidance related to their studies, and yearly there will be free competitions which we will be conducting. And here I told you, to promote the entrepreneurship, we ask in this book the children to visit the nearby industries. So you can upload the videos. We will share it, A4 Atom team, with the help of so many channels, YouTube channels. We will upload that one, and we will give a chance to promote your skill. So not only we are not stopping with this book, as I said, this is a series of books. The next book name also we have already printed in the book. The name is The Chemistrical Love Story of Nash and Clara. It is not a English literature. It is purely chemistry. That's it. What all about this book.
We thank Shakkeer Hussain for sharing these many things with us.
And his precious time with us. It's really pleasurable spending time with you, sir.
And the questions are never endless, but we don't have time to ask. That's why we are stopping here.
And we wish this book reach great heights. So Janice,
Jennifer, and Angela
signing off from this episode of Lishas.
Bye!
Bye! We will go to Sandosham.
Now,